And this is the top 15 trucks that we cannot wait to drive, and also some rumors.
Right, so there's so much coming out in the next coming couple of years here. So we thought we'd just lay it all out in chronological order so you know what is coming when and what we know about it when it comes out.
The F-150 diesel goes on sale in May, which is now. Next on the list of exciting trucks coming up is the new next generation 2019 Chevy Silverado 1500, and also the brother truck, the GMC Sierra 1500.
Yeah, so we were in Detroit for that truck's debut, right? So what do we know about it so far?
We do know that there'll be at least 3 engines. Actually, they hinted at a lot more engines coming out, but it's going to launch in 2018 calendar year with the 5.3 liter V8 and the 6.2 liter gas V8s. The diesel engine will come later, and we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show, but we'll be staying on top of it, so if you go to tfltruck.com, you'll see all the latest stuff.
Of course, as always.
Yeah, so we have to mention also that Silverado has the Trail Boss. Yeah, and we know some specifications on it. You know, not a lot. We know the tires.
Right.
It's a Duratrack Goodyear tires. We know it's 2 inches taller than the regular Silverado. So we know a few things, but we don't know obviously how it drives.
We don't know how much it costs.
Right.
It has a body-colored bumper.
Next on the list, 2019 Ram 1500 truck is already on sale.
Right.
We just drove the Rebel, and we have a lot of videos on our channel. So what's the deal? What's coming up next?
Well, so coming up next is the e-torque system. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, so e-torque, we haven't driven it yet.
No.
So Ram is going to have a separate event for the e-torque mild hybrid system. It's going to be available with the V6 and also the V8 Hemi. What it does is actually kind of assists the truck to get going from the dead stop.
Right.
And it also enables really smooth, supposedly very smooth, transitions between gears, and also auto start stop. So if you're sitting at a light and the engine shuts off, the electric motor will help it get going.
And then it'll turn on the engine.
Right.
So you have some experience with a system like this in the Wrangler, right? They use a similar system in that vehicle. And based on our experience with that vehicle, it is pretty smooth.
Yeah, that's a very impressive system. But Ram is actually struggling to build enough trucks.
They just invested $300 million into their production system because
additionally,
$300 million more than they already were spending because they were really struggling to keep up with their goals that they had set. The CEO of FCA, Macchioni, he said that they're operating about 60% of their target capacity right now.
Yeah, for the 1500 Ram, and what else they're doing is actually they're building the previous generation
at the
1500
same time.
At the same time as the new truck, because if you want the regular 2-door truck, you have to buy the previous generation truck, and then if you want the quad cab or the crew cab, I can see the complications.
As a result, they're building about 1,000 trucks per day as compared to the 1,400 that they'd like to be building. Finally,
I have a question here. So Ford has announced their future plan recently. Across the board, they also announced that they're killing a bunch of cars.
a lot of them, a lot of cars.
But they announced their truck strategy in a very high-level term.
Right.
So they said they're updating their Ford Raptor, but they didn't say how or when exactly.
No.
So that's why I put it here. It may come at the very end of 2018, calendar year is a 2019 model.
Right.
We don't know exactly what's going to be added or subtracted from it. A lot of rumors out there are saying that the 7-liter V8 should be in that Raptor. Okay, maybe it should. Maybe the 5-liter Coyote should be in there.
7 liters.
But Ford has not announced any specifics.
No, as part of that announcement where they said they're killing off all the cars, they said basically they're anticipating that 90% of their sales in the coming years will be trucks and SUVs. I would expect to hear a lot more from Ford regarding the F-150 and the whole F-Series very shortly.
I'm sure you guys are wondering, what about Toyota, Nissan? Why are we not talking about
Toyota and Nissan?
They recently announced in Chicago that the TRD Pros are getting updated.
Yep.
So this year, 2018, TRD Pros will come out.
With not snorkels.
With not snorkels, but kind of snorkels. And updated shock packages. They're going to
all
Fox.
Sorts of goodies.
Fox shocks on their TRD Pro lineup. So that's happening for 2019 model year.
Excited to test
this year.
Yeah.
The next generation Tundra, we don't know officially what's happening.
No.
We know they're working on something.
Yeah.
We just don't know when it's going to come out, what it's going to look like, anything like that. But potential is there. So we don't know about the next generation right now.
And the Nissan, on the other hand, now the Frontier, it's like a 12, 13-year-old truck at this point.
Yes.
And as such, we expect Nissan is probably working on a new Frontier. It's not
in Europe and Asia, it's called the Navara.
Right.
And we had a few pictures of the other Frontiers or Navara trucks, including a really cool off-road truck that came out last week.
Yeah.
They're called the Arctic truck package.
Yeah, it's the same guys that did they do a bunch of Arctic exploration trucks. Yeah, they look really cool.
Yeah. So we do know they're working on the new Frontier. We just don't know exactly when it's coming. And exact specifications we don't know yet.
But given the rest of this list, I have to hope, at least for Toyota and Nissan's sake, that they're coming out with something in a similar time frame.
Well, let's switch gears to 2019 calendar year.
We're in the future, Andre.
Let's move on.
We're moving to the future.
Okay, so first of all, big truck, the 2019 Ford Ranger.
It's a little big truck.
Okay, it's a little bit.
It's a little big truck.
It's a little truck. It's a smaller truck, but it's very significant.
Small truck, big news.
Yes.
Yeah.
And first of all, let's just get it out of there. We don't know if the Ranger Raptor is coming.
No.
We know it was unveiled overseas. We know it's cool.
We know it exists.
We know it exists.
We just don't know if it'll be in the U.S.
Yes, but it makes sense for it to be here. Big news about the Ranger, and we have videos about this. They're going to offer the 2.3-liter EcoBoost 10-speed automatic transmission. They're going to have the FX4 off-road package.
Yep.
They're going to have several models, extended cab and crew cab versions.
Yeah.
So a lot of news coming, but I don't think it's going to reach dealership this year. So 2019 is when it's coming. We got to talk about this: the 2019 Jeep truck.
Jeep truck. Now, a lot of you would recognize the name Scrambler, which is, I think, initially what people thought Jeep would be calling this vehicle. So far, Jeep hasn't said anything about what the JT, the Jeep truck, will be called. Officially. The JT is sort of the internal designation, much like the JK and the JL now is the newest Jeep Wrangler. But this is something that we're looking forward to a lot because we think there's going to be a diesel.
Yes.
But we don't really know a whole lot else past that.
There's a lot of sort of leaked information.
Right.
Nothing really super official. We know that prototypes are running around everywhere.
Tons.
We've seen them, we've photographed them, we videoed them. But we don't know, once again, like you said, we don't know if it's going to be officially called Scrambler. We don't know exactly. We think it's going to be on sale around April timeframe. So about 12 months from now.
About a year.
April to May of 2019. So
which would suggest that in the next year we're going to be able to hear a lot more about that truck.
I have to move on to diesel trucks from Chevy and GMC and actually Ram. So for the new 1500 Silverado and Sierra, GM said first model year 19 will have a Duramax 3-liter straight-six diesel.
Right.
It's going to be mated to 10-speed automatic transmission, but that's all we know for now. But we do know it's going to be a delayed introduction. That's why it's coming in 19. Everybody's very excited about it, so we are too.
Compared to that Ford diesel outside right now, that's a V6.
Yes.
So this Silverado and I suppose this Sierra will both have the straight six, which I'm very excited to see how that does.
Yeah, and then of course Ram is coming back with the 3-liter V6 Eco Diesel in the calendar year 19. That's what they're promising right now. Next year, I can see a big comparison test.
Yeah, F-150 diesel, Silverado diesel, or Sierra diesel. And the Ram Eco Diesel. That'll be a really
And
cool
you guys
test.
are asking for those videos, and of course, as soon as we get those
when we
trucks,
can make it happen, we will make it happen. Yeah,
we're trying.
We're trying so hard.
2020 next generation GM heavy-duty trucks. So Chevrolet has shown one image of the front of the new heavy-duty truck. It has a hood scoop, right?
Yeah.
And so we had to extract as much information out of that.
We've done some digging on that one image. Andre spent at least 12 hours so far just looking pixel by pixel at that image to see what information.
So we've learned a bunch of things. There's a Z71 badge on that image. So heavy-duty truck off-road package will come back, which makes sense.
It's great.
Towing mirrors. We can see that the towing mirrors are now the vertical kind are now mounted a little bit lower on the door. So we think they're going to be using some aluminum components like the doors from the light-duty trucks, probably on the heavy-duty trucks, to save weight.
Save some weight.
This is our opinion, by the way.
Right. This is not. Chevy is not.
They haven't
said
announced
any
all
of
this
this.
yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming in 2019 at the end of the next year. So within 18 months from now, we'll have new heavy-duty trucks, and prototypes are already starting to appear.
Yeah.
So then we have to move on to other heavy-duty trucks because one heavy-duty truck would not be enough.
No, we gotta have at least 3.
Yes,
probably
maybe
4. Yeah.
GMC. So Ram has announced that plan to build the next generation 2020 Ram heavy duties,
as you would expect,
in Michigan once again. So they're moving production to the Michigan plants, and Ford has announced the 2020 or an updated Super Duty.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what that means yet. Obviously, when one competitor does something, everybody else will answer.
Right. Yeah. It'll be. I am sure that we'll see horsepower and torque figures. Well, especially torque figures, in like within a couple horsepower or a couple torque of one another.
Yes. Weight ratings.
Probably
similar,
somewhere around 950 pound-feet mark, at least you would hope.
Yes.
Given where we're at right now.
Also, Ford said they're updating the F-150. It's hard to imagine, but 2015 was then when the aluminum F-150 first launched.
Yeah.
It's already been almost 3 years. So it makes sense that they would update it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mind-boggling. Okay, let's get into the rumor section.
Yeah,
of
we
this
have
show.
the TFL truck rumor mill.
Please note, these are only rumors. TFL has not substantiated in any way, shape, or form any of these rumors. We have not talked to the manufacturers, so we do not know if these rumors are true. Please note, these rumors will be used at your own risk.
Not a rumor necessarily, but Ford has announced that the Ford Bronco is coming in 2020 calendar year.
That's what the website says.
Yes.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say exactly
model year.
what is. Yeah, it just says Bronco coming in 2020.
Yes. So technically, January 1st, it could be
Could
coming.
be. Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
But we don't know exact model year. We have one image, right? They showed one silhouette.
Yeah.
Covered in the tarp.
We know very vaguely what it looks like.
Yes, we know vaguely under veil.
Yes.
What it might look
cover.
like. It's very square.
Yes.
So that's kind of a bonus. It's not truly a pickup truck, but I wanted to put it here.
It'll be on
just
the
because
truck platform.
Well, just because it's using the Ranger platform.
Yeah.
Finally, a lot of excitement is starting to build around the Ram Rebel TRX or NTR. No official news on this.
No.
There is some prototypes that other websites had gleaned.
Yeah,
that they said they might be the TRX versions.
The 5th gen Ram forums came out with some spy photos and some information that they claim to be reliable about the TR and the TRX. So what they say is that the TR will have a 7-liter naturally aspirated V8 that makes a lot of horsepower, somewhere over 500 horsepower, and over 500 pound-feet of torque. And then the TRX will have what we've all been hoping FCA would do for a long time, which is the Hellcat engine.
6.2 liters, 575 horsepower.
Supercharged Hemi.
Happy charged Hemi, yeah. Are you ready, Andre?
That is something that I'm really looking for.
Unofficial.
Unofficial.
This is not confirmed by Ram
No.
truck, and we don't know anything about it. When it's coming, if it's coming. So stay tuned for a lot more on that.
Yeah, so I guess that pretty much wraps up what we have as far as the calendar year updates and what we
That's
know.
a lot.
That's a lot of stuff we just covered. I want to know though, Andre, what are you most excited about out of all this? We got a lot of stuff to pick from. What are you most looking forward to?
You know, I want to drive the light-duty GM diesel.
Yep.
Also, I really would love the TRX.
Yeah.
I think as good as the Rebel already is,
Yeah.
the next generation Rebel, if they stick a more powerful engine in it and make it sound macho, because the current Rebel is nice, but it doesn't quite have that sound.
But I'm actually most excited about the JT, which I'm going to call the Scrambler because I like the name anyways. I'm really excited for a Jeep pickup truck. It's something that I have not seen in my lifetime, and I think it looks really cool. I'm excited especially for the diesel because if Jeep makes it tow a fair amount of weight, then I think that could be a great recreational vehicle for off-roading, towing. It could just be a really good all-rounder. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most is the JT.
I think it's hard to pick. I mean, all these trucks are very exciting. And go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and
real-world reviews. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.